Someone's coming back, Virgo. Just give it time. There will be communication. Is this what you want? Well, I don't know. Let's take a look. I feel like you're being asked here to be patient. Everything in divine timing. Let things flow. But you can expect to hear from your person very soon. Compromise, forgive, working it out. Okay, Virgo? So smash that like button. Do subscribe. And let's get into your reading.
Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to.
All right, Virgo. So let's see what is going on here for you for the month of May 2025. May 2025. What are the messages for Virgo for May 2025? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay, you've got the star, Virgo. So definitely a sense of renewal, regaining the faith, having hope. Aquarius energy there. Okay, let's see. And the Hermit, Virgo. It looks like, and the High Priestess, Virgo. Silent prayers, silent wishes, hoping that this can be worked out, either from your end or theirs, okay? I feel like, so there's a Virgo card, and I feel like it's a double Virgo, okay? Could be Pisces or Cancer, but there's definitely an energy here of silent prayer, silent manifestation, being very intuitive, okay? So I do feel like your person is really, really hoping you guys can get on the same page. So maybe there was an argument or a fight or breakup, and I feel like your person, I'm getting that they're giving time to cool down, giving you time to cool down if you got upset, giving time for the energy to just kind of shift a little bit. I feel like your person is trying to manifest you back into their life. They definitely want to talk and communicate and try to work things out here with you, hoping you'll forgive them. There's the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this person's definitely, they have romantic feelings for you, Virgo. Okay, they do. And I feel like they've been keeping an eye on you. They're definitely having some light bulb moments about your communication. I feel like they're rereading texts, things that you guys talked about, or if there was an argument or a split or a breakup. I feel like this person is truly falling head over heels for you, or they already are, okay? And they are keeping it to themselves until it's time to take the risk and reach out to you, okay? The Fool energy, listen, Virgo, I feel like your person is just like a fool in love here with you. Something must have happened. There must have been a blowout or blow up, some kind of an argument or something, or a break. Something happened, and you and your person, there was some kind of not communicating at all, and they're going through this cooling off period. Okay, so I feel like this is very similar to yesterday's reading. They're giving this time. They don't want to say the wrong thing. They're very curious about what you're doing, what's going on with you, but they're not trying to push in May. I feel like they're not going to push anything forward, but they definitely have their eye on you, okay? But they don't want to cross any boundaries just yet. I feel like they're going to try to come in, maybe bring some roses or offer some type of sweet romantic gesture towards you in May. Come in like a lamb is what they're giving me. Come in kind of quiet, gentle, that kind of energy. They don't want to hurt you. They might have said something or did something or didn't say something or didn't do something that was painful, and I feel like they know that either they need to apologize or they need to make some kind of amends here with you. They're very much aware. So whatever happened, they know that they're in the wrong on their end. Okay, maybe you're on the wrong as well. Who knows? You know your story, but I'm focusing here. I'm getting that they're looking at themselves. They're looking at you. They very much love you. I'm seeing someone with like a full sleeve tattoo. They very much still, despite whatever happened, their feelings haven't gone away. Okay? Yep. All about you. And Virgo, you're kind of like, I'm not saying nothing. They're going to have to come right to me. And they're going to have to initiate. And they're going to have to be the one to come forward first. So I kind of feel like that's your energy, Virgo. I mean, you got your antlers here, like your feelers out, but you're sitting very still, minding your business. You're not really even paying attention to the situation, to the person. Eyes are closed. There might have been, maybe there's blocking energy going on. But yeah, I just really get a sense that you're just minding your P's and Q's, and you're just like, okay, well, and they know. And the more that you not look at them, the more that you not reach out, the more that you're not saying anything, is kind of, it's like a push-pull, right? It's like a rubber band. The more you stretch back, the more you pull them forward here. And I feel like that's what the energy is that's playing out. And it's not manipulation. It's not anything like that. It just feels like you're staying in your element. That's for sure. Okay? Grounded, confident, fertile. Like it's quiet confidence I'm hearing. You have some kind of a quiet confidence. I don't feel like it's any kind of self-righteousness or like, oh, I'm right and that person's wrong. This feels more like you're okay being in your peace. Okay? And you're not, I don't see you reaching out or initiating or apologizing or anything like that. I feel your energy is more like they're going to have to be the one to do it. Okay? They're going to have to initiate. Yeah, so you're being very secretive, Virgo, and they see that. And you're kind of keeping your emotions within. You're not sharing them. You're not giving clarity to them, to this person. You're not telling them how you're feeling in May. And they're very curious about how you're feeling, if you still love them, if you still want to be with them, if there's any chance of forgiveness or working on things. And you're just like, no, not sharing anything, none of their business, how I'm feeling, what's going on, none of that. Okay, and that's what I feel like with the moon here. You're keeping your emotions to yourself and just dealing with how you feel. Okay, and that's fine. And that, I feel, is giving them pause to initiate, to reach out to you. So in May, yes, maybe this is just clarification of the last couple of readings. Let's see how they're feeling about you. What are their deepest feelings and emotions for you? They think the world of you, Virgo. Absolutely. They think how lucky they are. There's the Lovers. Yes, your person is just crazy in love with you. And so if there was anything that you said or did, you're already forgiven. Like they're already, because they love you. It feels unconditional, you know? So that's why I feel like they're not trying to come in and start a fight or try to be righteous or try to be right about anything. They're just kind of like, let me just let the dust settle before I move towards Virgo. That's the energy I'm picking up, because they just love you. And they're overlooking things that happened, but they don't know how you're feeling. Because I just love this being your energy. Look at this. She's just like, talks in hand. I'm not saying anything. Just minding my P's and Q's, minding my business. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care where you're going or who you're talking to. I'm not chasing. And that's the energy that I feel. You're not chasing to work it out. You're not chasing for validation. Whatever turmoil or conflict or feelings, all of your different feelings that you're experiencing at this time, you're working through them and keeping a tight lid on everything. And it's got them very curious, Virgo, which is why I feel like they're watching you. Okay, so yeah, there will be a message, and they will communicate and reach out and ask you, what you're up to, what's going on, how things have been, or if you can talk, because they want to learn, they want to find out that ultimately is if you still love them. Okay, so you're putting up quite a defense, Virgo, you really are. You're just sitting in your little spot, doing your prayers, meditating, staying in your circle. And I feel like it has them a little bit stumped. Why isn't Virgo chasing? Why isn't Virgo reaching out or trying to initiate anything? Do they not love me anymore? Yep. Yep. Maybe some of you are just kind of reassessing the whole thing. Some of you are. Or someone here, there's a Virgo here who's kind of like not only just minding their P's and Q's, but kind of like, I planted roots with this person, and what grew from it? Are you done, Virgo? Are you over this? Are you past this person? I'm going to find out here, because I do feel like while you're in this, are you having second thoughts? You might be. Second thoughts, or you're having some doubts. Especially if it's been a long time since they've reached out. They're maybe proving your point. Yeah, look at that. The Hangman. You have a little bit of a different perspective here about your person. If they've taken a long time, it's fine to let the dust settle, but if they're taking too long for you, Virgo, that might be what's changing your mindset. Like, why aren't they reaching out trying to apologize or trying to work things out if it's been a long time? And you're seeing maybe them differently. Despite how they feel, it's really actions that have to match the feelings. So even if they feel a particular way about you, are their actions matching their emotions for you? Or their loving feelings? So I feel like you're kind of like, maybe I made a mistake, or maybe this isn't the person for me. Yeah, you have some doubts. Seeds of doubt. 7 of Pentacles. That's all about the seeds. Seeds of doubt. The longer they take, the further away you go. Yep. So it's a little disheartening, but you're becoming indifferent. Yet at the same time, you're becoming indifferent or apathetic towards them. Yet at the same time, it's bringing you peace. Maybe you're getting over someone here in May. You could be. You're healing. This is interesting, Virgo. Because that 4 of Swords is always like after the 3 of Swords, after the divorce, after the breakup, after the argument, after the fight, after the heart-piercing words that were said. I feel like you're going through some kind of transition here. And in this healing and in this like peaceful place, this retreat, in your own little nest, beginning to heal, or in that stage already, you have the Ace of Cups. So it's like shiny, brand new love feelings that just start kind of arising in you. Some of you are seriously, I feel, all right, let me just say this. I am getting an energy that some of you, or there's a Virgo here that's like, okay, well, they'll be back and they want my forgiveness, and they're giving it too much time, or they're giving it time. That's fine, but I'm realizing in our time apart that maybe I never loved them, or maybe I really don't. Or maybe they killed the love by the things that they said, or the words that they, or the actions that they took or didn't take, if there was some kind of neglect, or which is just it's just a passive form of abuse. Okay, so whatever's going on here, Virgo, I feel like you come into this new blessing and this new love sense, right? New beginning, almost like it's a blessing. Some of you I'm getting feeling like this, maybe this is a blessing in disguise that this happened. I don't really get a sense, Virgo, that you're waiting for this person to return, or that you're giving it time. Maybe you gave it time and then too much time went by in here, and maybe you felt like, oh, well, I guess they really didn't care, or they just weren't interested. And in that space apart, you're coming into yourself. You're getting used to being alone or being without this person. And if they're allowing that to happen, what do they expect? You know, if the person that claims to love you is allowing a lot of space and time between you, they're taking another risk of losing you, right? Because when someone truly does love you, right, what do they always say? They won't put themselves in a position to lose you. And I feel like you're kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. They're losing me. And the rebound effect is that's having an effect on them. It's having an effect on them. Where they're drawing closer. You're becoming more secure within yourself, and their avoidance, they're not becoming more secure. Their avoidance is turning into anxiety now. And you're coming into a place of peace, Virgo, in May. Some of you did wait for them to initiate or reach out or get in touch with you to try to talk or communicate. I feel like you're getting some spiritual downloads here about, like, your heart is being renewed and your mind is being renewed. The light's coming in this space in between. You're going through a renewal. And there's a Virgo here who's like, you know what? This really isn't that bad being on my own without them. I mean, sure, you have other people around you, of course. But, yeah. And like I said, some of you waited, but in that waiting period, Spirit was like, hold on a minute. Focus on me. Yep. And that's exactly what you're doing. King of Pentacles. Focusing on yourself. Focusing on your career, your money, your pets, your family. Your learning, knowledge, stability, your resources. You're kind of, like, I do feel, and this is typical, right? When a relationship ends, people have to reorient themselves to their life without the other person. Every single person goes through that. Okay, if you've been with someone for a long time now, it's a readjustment. And because when you're with someone, you make sacrifices. You think about the other person. It's not just about you anymore. Maybe your person was always thinking about them, and it was always just about them, and you gave a lot. So it feels to me, what I'm getting here is you are going through this reorientation process with self and starting to love yourself again, or just like yourself again, going through these steps and these changes. And I feel like some of you are just going, like, you're done trying. That's what I'm getting. There's a Virgo here who's absolutely done trying. And if they want you, they know where you are, and they better bring that bloody stump. Yep. There's the Six of Swords. Necessary transition. I feel like this might not have been a major thing, but it was definitely the straw that broke the camel's back for you. I do feel like that. Okay. Now, I'm not saying if it was major for you that isn't your message. Okay. It is. There might have been, they just said, I just heard this phrase. Whatever was going on in this relationship with this person, it to you felt like death by 10,000 cuts until you finally bled out. Excuse the wording, but until you finally just bled out. Or death by 1,000 cuts. Yeah, just cutting away, and killing the love, and giving. And when you're giving love to others, it always comes back to you, right? Even if they don't reciprocate, it always goes back to you. So that's what's happening. You're holding your own heart. I feel like I'm getting that maybe that love didn't come back to you. And, I feel like when you give your trust to someone, you're trusting them to hold your trust in, like, because it's fragile, and to honor that. And maybe they didn't. And now you got your trust back, which is your heart. And now you're back to holding your trust to be able to give it to somebody else when the time comes, okay? So it's interesting, Virgo. I mean, I almost feel like this is a breakthrough, like you're having a breakthrough. And the thing is, right, a lot of times I'm like, well, I'm just getting someone saying, no, I've already had my breakthrough. Well, believe it or not, every breakthrough we have, there's always 10 more floors to go. And when we're open to we're constantly having breakthroughs because we're learning. And when we're peeling away those onion layers, there's tears involved, but there's always getting to the core, and it takes time. So if you've already had a breakthrough, you're going through another breakthrough. You're smashing through another floor till you get to this fully grounded place. Okay? But yeah, I mean, I do feel like your person is feeling the loss. And it mostly is because you found a way to validate yourself and to love yourself. And because, I guess, you've had enough cuts, Virgo. You've had enough cuts. Okay? There's the Eight of Pentacles. So your energy here, I see, Virgo, is you're like you're on a new floor. Okay, and now you're on the floor of match my energy. If you can't match and reciprocate what I give, I don't want it. And that's kind of your thing. So it feels like I'm getting you're being very practical, not really emotional, because your feelings are there and you acknowledge how you feel about your person. Could be a Taurus, another Virgo, or a Capricorn, but it's not just about feelings alone. I feel like maybe you've come out of an emotional place and now you're looking at the practicality. And the practicality is you can love me till you're blue in the face, but if you don't show me that you love me, or because love is a verb, and if you're not taking action to show, then I don't trust what you say. Right? So that's the place where you are. Because, a lot of people come in and out of you. People throw love around like, oh, I love my husband, I love my wife. And then 2 minutes later, they say, oh, I love French fries. I mean, they're not even the same thing. Love, the word love should only mean one thing, and that's a soul union, and that's it. So if you like French fries are your favorite thing, then it's not love. You could be infatuated with French fries. You enjoy French fries. You like them a whole lot, but you can't have a love relationship with French fries. And that's just my personal opinion. I feel like love is very sacred and it should be saved, for special people. Not everything and not every person, place, or thing, right? It's very sacred. It's a shame because it's gotten just as diluted as the word narcissist. You know what I mean? So apart from your feelings for this person, that's not enough. And I'm getting your message here is not focusing on how you feel about them, but focusing more on how they made you feel. And that really should always be your focus, not on how much you love your person, because then you're self-focused, right? But more in the sense, like, because I know a lot of people will say, well, I love them so much and I just keep giving more and more and more and more in love, hoping that they're going to understand how I feel and respond in the same way. And no, you got to turn that around and say, okay, I've been giving all this love, but how are they making me feel in return? And that's what you need to focus on. Especially, and you are. Relationships are reciprocal, okay? Unconditional love, in my opinion, you save that for your cat, your dog, your kids, your grandkids, the family, those people that mean a lot to you, But romantic relationships, are all about not transaction, but it is, we sacrifice to do things for each other. And I feel like you sacrifice a lot for the people that you love, and you don't always get that in return, and not everyone is going to do that. Okay, so maybe this is all about you taking a look at yourself in May and saying, why do I keep giving and giving and giving to people that don't even want to lift a finger for me? Why am I crossing oceans for people that won't even cross a pond for me? You know, that's what I feel like is happening here. So are you being selfish? Sure. Now you're being selfish, and they're feeling it. Okay, King of Cups here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, 3 of Swords. Yeah, they're feeling it. I love what's going on for you. I do. It feels like you're really coming into your own here in May. You're really owning stuff. Taking responsibility, you know, even for yourself. Not playing the martyr, not playing the victim. And really coming to understand. I feel like maybe you're coming out of an emotional, your emotional thinking and getting more into your logical thinking. Oh, this really just flew out. Distorted view perspective. A change in perspective is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. The root core of pain is often associated with how you may view yourself or the situation from a wounded place. Choosing to heal this brings the broken pieces back together to create a healthy viewpoint. And that's what's going on here. You may have had a distorted view for a really long time about someone that you've been with. And now you're gaining perspective. Doesn't mean you don't love them. No, not necessarily. I think feelings always take a while to catch up, to resolve before the mind. The mind is always, that's why whenever you hear someone say, I don't know whether to follow my head or my heart. Well, if they were in alignment, you wouldn't ask that question. But so you've had a distorted alignment here. All right. And when you start following your head and taking logical steps and out of your emotional thinking, but because your emotional thinking gets you in trouble, especially if you're in a situation or a relationship that's not healthy. I always think it's good to follow your heart when you're in a healthy relationship. But I don't think it's appropriate to follow your heart when you're in an unhealthy relationship. Then you really need some common sense. It's no different than putting a Band-Aid on, someone who lost half their arm. Like, you don't put a Band-Aid on it. Like, you got to go, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't apply. So you're definitely coming into some kind of an understanding here, and you're making more of a logical decision. And your feelings may linger, and you just have to allow them to just process out if you're really making sense of this and feeling like this isn't for you anymore. And then just give it time. Your feelings will catch up eventually, and then they will come into alignment. Betrayal, revealed. The situation will reveal to you the intention behind it, whether it's you betraying yourself in some way or another person or situation. You are being asked to unmask the truth by removing any blinders that hinder the clarity that is needed. And the blinders are, what's the old saying? Blinded by love, blinded by your feelings. Yeah, so they will definitely be back. They will try to, they're giving it time still, but, I don't feel like, if it's recent, fine. Let the little bit of time go through. But if they take really, really long time to get back to you, they're just not that invested in you. They're just not. And face that fact. Because there isn't anything that's going to get in the way of two people who really love each other and they make it work. They find a way. Okay, they just do. They just find a way to make it happen. There's just no excuses. Where there's a will, there's a way. When you want to get something done, Virgo, you always find a way to do it. The only time you don't find a way is when you really don't want to do it, or when or maybe you just don't think you can do it, and you just put a lot of excuses in front of you, or you're too tired, or whatever, So a little bit of a wake-up call here for both of you. And I feel like, but that's what I'm saying, I feel like you're coming into a more secure place here, where they're not. They're still kind of acting out of their insecure attachments, right? So they were very avoidant. You didn't chase the avoidant. Then, the way I see it here is maybe before, the more you tried to get out of them, the more they kept walking away, okay? Avoiding, pulling away. But then when you stopped chasing them and then you just stood still, they're walking, and then they notice that you're not chasing them, and then they turn around and they start coming back. Do you like my little finger action? We got finger action. Yes. And so they're still so the goal is for this person, if they're going to come back, they need to get back where you are and get in alignment and stay secure and become secure and not run when you try to share your emotions or dismiss or disappear. Okay? And you can't chase or run away. You just got to stand in your power. And that's a bit of a leveling out here. That's kind of like, take it or leave it. I'm here. If you want to be here with me, you got to come in this direction, and you have to be present for it. Be present for it. Even if you're thousands of miles away, if you can't be present for the connection, then... And being present doesn't necessarily mean being in each other's physical space. Because some people work and they travel for work and they go far away, but they maintain that present connection through, if they're at a distance, through phone calls and communication, checking in every day and things like that. I don't know if that's your story where your person didn't do that, or they were very on and off where they were doing that and then they were disappearing, and then, so there might be a deeper thread that's going on with your person, but I don't have all day and I'm not a psychologist, right? So I think, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, and that's the message I'm trying to give you here. Whatever's going on with them, right? You just got to see things for what it is. Are they present for you in your life? Are you being present for them? If you are, and you have been, and they're not bringing that energy, matching that, then it's time to rethink things here, if you haven't gotten there yet. And if they're present and then gone, and then present and then gone, and then that's a roller coaster. And not even an 8-year-old can stay on a roller coaster 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about you, but I don't sign up for roller coasters. Okay? So it feels like an awakening for you. And yes, the awakening is for them, but it's in your absence. But it doesn't mean it's going to be permanent, okay? I feel like your person does have deep, true feelings for you, and they do love you very much. But it may be there, and I'll just say this, the emotions might scare them. They might have some trauma, or they might, who knows? Okay, we won't go too deep, but you do have mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. And, even if your person has emotional trauma and they can't get close, that doesn't mean you need to chase and get closer and closer. You either need to accept that that's who they are if you're going to stay with them, or you need to say, you know what, they're just not capable. Maybe they can go get help, but I'm not responsible for that. If I've met them where they are, and I've tried to be open, and I've tried to be compassionate and forgiving and understanding, and they're still running away, that person, the best really you can do is give them, tell them to go look up a therapist or a support group or something. Because at the end of the day, when people get to that place in life where they come towards the end of their life and they're like, they have nobody, no close romantic connection, they either go one of two ways. They stay a bachelor or a bachelorette the rest of their life, and they wind up with just a cat and nobody else there at the end. Or they have a wake-up call and they're like, shit, I don't have much time left. I got to get myself together because I don't want to be alone the rest of my life, right? So there's unavailability. And here's kind of the message here. Despite the fact that they love you, they really do, this person is unable to give all you deserve. And when you deserve to be honored and respected and fought for. And those are all the actions taken by someone who loves you, right? Because it's not about you deserving to be loved, because you do deserve to be loved, right? And you deserve to love yourself. And I don't feel like that's the issue here. I feel like you deserve. This person is unable to fight for you. Maybe they'll wake up, and maybe that'll be for another reading. Yep. And maybe there'll be a second chance. You know, maybe there'll be some kind of wake-up call, right? Perhaps. And if you think it deserves that, you're going to have to make that decision. But like I said, death by 1,000 cuts, that's like paper cuts. It's very painful. And it's just debilitating, and it's soul-killing. Okay. Yeah, the chaser, fear of abandonment, chasing codependency. So they're definitely going to be chasing you. The more secure you get, not the more you run away. It's not about running away. Don't run, Virgo. Don't chase and don't run. Just stay still. There's your love call. Expressing love. Receiving messages of love. Thinking of you. Just wanting to let you know. And be careful with that, okay? Because like I said, I still feel like your person is in their insecurity. And the more you're gone or pull away or look the other way or just not bother, the more of those feelings are going to come up for them, because they don't feel threatened. Because you're not chasing. They don't have a need to run away from the emotions. So what happens? Because the more you chase with the love and trying to get them to share, the more they suppress their emotions. But when you stop doing that, their emotions start coming up because they don't have to protect themselves now. They're safe. And then you get the reach out, and then you get the call. I mean, this is classic attachment theory 101. Yep. Love. And then what happens? It might feel like love bombing, giving unconditional love, affection, attraction, being selfless. It might feel like love bombing. There's a fine line between a narky person and someone who's just got emotional trauma. So not every person with emotional trauma is a narc, but every I always get confused when I gotta make these comparisons. Not every person with emotional trauma is a narc, but every narc has emotional trauma, okay? But it doesn't matter. Label till you're blue in the face. Go to Walmart, get yourself a label gun, and just, walk up to them and put 1,000 different labels on them if you want. It's not gonna change anything for you until they recognize what's going on with them. Okay, so it will feel like love bombing, because why? All their emotions are resurfacing, how they feel about you, and then they reach out and then they tell you how much they love. And then once you engage with that, you maybe in the past got so excited about that, and then you were over giving more love to them than they were giving to you, because finally they were opening up and sharing. And then what happened? They closed up and they ran away. And then you wound up chasing. It's like the cycle, man. Just you got to choose which wolf you're going to feed here. Yep. And what happens? And you start feeling like you're not enough. And you have fearful. And then you're fearful. Or your self-esteem gets hit. And then you're confused. Aren't you tired of being there? Because I feel like in this reading, what I'm saying is you're just sick and tired of feeling this way. You won't have to do this with someone that has or becomes emotionally secure. And you won't feel this way when you become emotionally secure if you're not already. A lot of you are already mastering this, like I said. Yep, healing heartbreak, toxicity or addiction, and abusive relationship, right? So understand too that I feel like people who have a very severe avoidant behavior, they don't intentionally try to hurt. They're just trying to protect themselves because they're just scared, or they have a fear of vulnerability for some reason. Something's traumatic, or just maybe it's their temperament. Who knows? So it can feel like you're being abused. And I'm not negating or invalidating anyone that was actually, like if you felt like you were, and that's what you want to say it is, and that's what you're calling it, 100% behind you. Support you 100%. But I'm trying to dig a little bit deeper. I know everybody wants to go and chat like, they're this, and point fingers, and it really doesn't help you. Understand that, especially if you're hurting, like under your anger is your hurt and your pain, okay? And you don't want to feel that, so you stay angry at them because that's how you protect your heart. Got it. And that's a grief stage or a place that you're in. But understand that deep underneath, They truly, your person truly does love you, did love you, I still loves you. That hasn't changed. They're just afraid of love. They're just afraid of vulnerability and emotion. They feel like they lose control. They're going to be all consumed. And you know what? That's not your problem. You can't fix that. They got to go get help for that. And you can direct them, but you can't live your whole life, because you got to live your life for you, okay? And maybe have someone come along, maybe they'll get help. Maybe you say that to them, and maybe you express without being angry and just say, listen, this is too much. No, it's too much roller coastery, wishy-washy, in and out energy. It's not going to work for me. And you might just have to say, I don't think you're the right person for me. I love you and I have great feelings, and it's sad. I wish it could be better. And I know it could if there was, here's a path to that, but I can't wait. I just can't keep waiting for a miracle. You're going to either have to do the work, shape up or ship out, I got you. No, how's it go? What's that? You're the one I want. You are the one I want. Hoo, 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 honey. You know the lyrics to the song. I'm not even... I'm trying to remember it. Oh my God. That, really? Why can't I remember? That's my all-time favorite song. If you feel the way of affection, you're too shy to convey and meditate my direction. Feel your way. Ow! All right, there's your little song and dance. Oh my goodness. To my heart I must be true. There's nothing left for me to do. I'm going to go listen to that song. I'm going to go take a walk in the park and just go jam out to that song. You know what, you guys? Let me tell you something a little funny, because I'm just getting close to ending this reading anyway. I remember I had the record. It was 1978. I love that movie so much. My dad bought me the record, and I brought it to school because I was so proud of it. And I was like, look, everybody. And I got the record, right? But I remember I used to go into the basement of our house. I'd strap on my roller skates, and I would skate around the basement to, what's that real dirty song? Where they were the one with the car. Grease Lightning, and I would sing those lyrics, and my parents never said nothing. I mean, it wasn't until I got older and I was like, what the hell was I singing? You guys know what I'm talking about, those lyrics. Oh my gosh. I mean, it didn't make me, it's like video games, it didn't make me kill people, you know what I mean? But I just remember when I got older and realized what that song was about. And I was 8, innocent, dancing, roller skating, thinking this was the greatest song in the world. Oh, the stuff that our parents, that we got away with, the things that we got to do. I don't know about you, but my parents were not helicopter parents at all. I don't think that came until the late 90s, early 2000s. But, come back when the street light's on. All summer, stay out of the house. I don't care if you don't have food and you don't have water. Go drink out of the hose. Go to your friend's house and eat. Just don't come home. Quit tracking all that mud in the house. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. Of course. I want to hold you. Yeah, so their feels are coming up, Virgo, this month. Every time my phone rings, I hope it's you. Oh, my goodness. I need to work on myself. I'm trying to clear my head. Yeah, they got a lot going on. More than you. I feel like you're many steps ahead of this person. You've had major growth, Virgo, and you should be proud of yourself. But you're many steps ahead. I know that we have a soul connection. Okay. I fantasize about you. I don't want to be toxic anymore. So, Virgo, they might say these things to you, okay? Don't jump in there and have them lay down on the psychiatrist's couch and start taking notes. Recognize what's going on when they're saying these things to you. If they're not saying them to you, then don't have time. I could talk to you for 5 minutes. That's it. But if they're opening up and they're saying these things to you, that's your opportunity to throw away the pen and paper and say, listen, I understand how you feel. I know it's a struggle for you. I can be here to support you if you want to get better. And I can tell you, like, here's a support group, or read this book, or if you want to read this, we can read it together. But I'm not doing it for you. Can't do it for you. I need to see you working on it. If you don't want to be toxic anymore and you know we have a true connection, then show me. That's all you need to say. That's it. And keep it moving. Sister, brother, keep it moving. You are not, and even if you are a therapist, God, it's even worse for you because you already know. You're a psychiatrist or psychologist. It's even harder for you because you're already aware. But your feelings, get in the way because you don't want to lose the person. And I know you, Virgo, you're nurturing, compassionate, you're loving, you want to help people, you want to take on a project. But like, seriously. I mean, even little children grow up eventually. Okay. And I'm not trying to, demean your person. I'm not. I'm really not. They have some kind of emotional stunnedness. Something must have happened, and it must have been pretty scary for them to not be able to get in touch with their feelings. And it's a scary thing if you have that block, even in yourself, and you want to get to the heart of the matter within yourself. It's a scary journey. It can be because you're reopening some wounds there. But just because it's scary doesn't mean it's impossible. And you just got to call on your faith over your fear. And the same for them. Okay? Passion. A lot of passion between you. You have a lot of passion for your person. They have a lot of passion for you. It's definitely there. I don't feel like this is about them not loving you at all. I don't see anything here that tells me that they don't. Okay? I don't. I feel like your person, one of the ways that they deal with their emotions is by working more. That's a coping mechanism. You ever hear people when they break up? Someone says, I'm just going to dive into work. And it's amazing all the energy they put into their work because some of them create some amazing businesses. Like they just start making money out of nowhere. It's because their pain, they take those bricks that they felt were thrown at them and then they build castles with them. But then when that castle's built, they're still that person. They just found a way to cope. These are coping mechanisms. So that's what I'm getting. Your person does. Okay, there's trust issues here. Definitely, they have trust issues. Yep. So they retreat. They disconnect. They dismiss. And then when you don't chase them back, then their mind reopens again. And then they start seeing you in a new light. They start missing you. Past life relationship, and then they want to reconcile. And for you, Virgo, I feel like in this situation, you're just going to have to stop the cycle. You have to be the broken chain, the broken link here to stop this cycle from repeating. Because the chaser runner is like tale as old as time. We're not sailing on these toxic ships anymore, right? We're on these unhealthy ships. Okay. I'm going to skip the Chinese. So for those of you, there was a comment, somebody asked, what the heck are the Chinese signs for? When I call out the Chinese signs, it's a qualifier. That's all. So I'm either qualifying that this is your reading because I called out your Chinese sign. It's just a double qualifier. That doesn't mean it's not your reading if I don't call the Chinese sign or your person's. But if you want to know more about the Chinese signs, you can certainly just go on, let's see. Oh, wait, you know what? Let me do it for you. Let me just go bring up Google and I'll do it for you. Come on, Google it and find out more about yourself. If you're on a journey learning about every aspect of yourself, take that journey. Go see what your Chinese sign is. See if it relates. Pisces here. All right, we got the initials K, T, the letter D, and the letter V. Birth dates, the 7th, the 3rd, the 4th, the 9th, the 10th, the 1st, the 19th, the 14th, the 13th, and the 17th. We have a 7 again, 4 again. Somebody might be 44. Oh, All right, just saw Leo. Taurus here. I got chills. Leo, they're multiplying. Someone's birthday's on the 3rd. And one more zodiac sign, Libra. The 16th. Okay. 37, 43, 47, 34, 44, 49. All right. Just want to get a couple of more initials. Letter J. I'm hearing Justin. Letter S, the letter U. Z, Suzanne, Susan, Susie. Okay. All right, let's get some charms. I said this week I was just going to do like 30 minutes, and I'm already at an hour here. What's happening? All right. Okay. Somebody wears pearl earrings. Maybe somebody's name is Pearl. Somebody's got a dog that has like a cute little piece of, like their collar has like a little a dog bone for somebody's, well, animal, pet. There's a little doggy bone with their name and address on it. And there's like a little jewel as well. Okay, you also have a black swan. Ooh. Rare. Unique. We also have an umbrella or a brolly. Okay, there's an umbrella here. Singing in the rain. Gene Kelly. Do you know Gene Kelly was a Virgo? I think his birthday was August 23rd, as a matter of fact. So it could be raining where you are, or you're just putting your umbrella away, or got out your umbrella. I'm feeling like some very motif. I'm hearing like a red motif rug or red motif towels or blankets, like a red motif, you know, kind of looks like this. If you can see it, hopefully you can. Okay. And then also a baby blue rocking horse. Significant for someone. That rocking horse, I feel like it's always showing up in the readings. Let me get one more charm. They gave you 2. Okay. I have no idea what this is, so I'm getting rid of it. Sorry. We also have a black cat. Okay, somebody has a black cat. All black, or you see someone and you're like, not crossing that path. Somebody's very superstitious. I will say that. A lot of superstition. All right, Virgo, so I'm going to leave that there for you. Tomorrow will be your... I do not think I will be here tomorrow, you guys. Okay, so don't look out for me. But I will be back Thursday for your weekend reading. And then on Saturday, I have a little surprise for you. Okay, big reveal. So make sure you click that like and notification bell so that you'll be notified, because I'll be going live on Saturday at some point. I'm not sure what time. So stay tuned for that. Big reveal coming. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to leave that there for you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being in the chat, and I will see you all back here on Thursday. Bye.
Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us.